It's a bull market, and there's 7 stocks I'm buying right now. That's right. If it's 1998, it's time to buy. Here are the 7 stocks I'm buying right now. If you can watch until the end, I'll give you an update on it. Stocks were pretty mixed today, right out of the gate. Might be hard to spot, but there's a trend here. Sell the big guys, buy everything else. Okay, why would they do that? Why are regional banks up 3.4% today? Why is BMNR up 33 but sagging here? Is the peak in for this one? They were raising money at $4.50. That's 1,000% higher. So, y'all got any more of them stonks? Because I think this is going to be a really good indicator for risk appetite. If it keeps going higher from here, cool. At a certain point, it's going to get exhausted. Why? That's just how stonks work. They turn into not stonks. But as of right now, we got lots of stonks. We're going to show those to you right now. Here we got RSP, equal weight S&P 500, up by 1%. Nice. Dow Jones, up by 1. Russell, up by 1. Yes, these are notable. And what this really comes down to is that the S&P can go nowhere, which is basically what we also mentioned here. Let me just go back to our quarterly chart. If you were watching the video yesterday, I said, hey, if we go sideways, hey, let's party. Why? The S&P does not have to go higher for individual names to go higher. I've done really well. There's one particular stock that I'm going to plug it right now because let's bring the wolves out. That's right. I bought this thing, and I think a lot of people were on the train with me, up 98% today. Wowzers. I trimmed it yesterday at 79 cents in after hours for a very nice profit. I'm very happy with it. And I'm on the hunt for the next big idea. So that's what these are. All right. So why does this matter? Well, look, these are quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Until I really get my sell signal. That would have happened here in, oh my God, 2000. Yeah, let's worry about the hangover later. Right now, it's time to party. So if it's time to party, yes, the S&P, remember this beach ball area? That's the bull market. What happened? We went all the way down to liquidation day. Okay, capitulation day, all the way down, back above water, remember? I mentioned if we manage to break the lower high, the beach ball gets out of water. I said I was wrong. Oh, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Yes. And please also remember, I want you to pay attention to one simple pattern here. It's the candle that comes after the bullish engulfing. It's right here. It goes slightly lower at the open, which means that it opens up, sells off, rallies back up, and closes higher. That's the opening price. That's the closing price. That's why it's a hollow candle. If we note, though, it goes back to test 2 candles ago. That's the red one. If we look at our pattern now for SPY, that is 61323. I'm looking at the H. 613.23. Yes, that number is really important. And if we look here, what's the low? Well, it's 615.52. We even got a bearish headline about Japan, right? He's like, I don't know, I think Japan might be fired. I'm not going to move the January 9th deadline. What happened? Stocks flash crash right here. And I joked, maybe we survive the stock market crash of Q3 of 2025, which means that quarterly chart I just showed you, this one here. Sorry, this one. So what I'm really watching for is that as long as we remain above 613.23, that is the first thing. Right now, we're red on the month. Sorry, on the quarter too. So this is not good enough. What we have to do is to recapture the previous candle high. That's at 619.22 or the H. Make it really simple. If we're above 620, extra good. If we're below, that is where we have to make a little bit of a judgment call. In my opinion, we're in fully bully boomtown buy all dips above 610 for this current candle. As more candles form, we want to form a staircase of support. So it might sound a little bit odd that I'm so bulled up, but I actually want to sell off right now, because if we're going to run a test back like we did over here, remember what's important is that wherever we dive down to, we form a stair step of support, of support, of support, of support as we climb our way back up to the top, back to where we started. So that's really what we're looking for. Really? That's it? That's it. You might also note that the channel is going to change a little bit over time. This is me. My name is Justin, and I'm rebranding the channel slowly here, like I mentioned, over the next few months. And thank you for your patience ahead of time. I'm going to ask you for one more quick favor too. If you could please consider smashing a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. So we know there's a lot of deals that are supposed to come on January 9th, and apparently it gives them a small victory in the hunt for a larger deal. Well, I don't know about that. Europe looks like they want something too. This is what they want. They're willing to accept the 10% tariff if they get exclusions on automotives, automobiles and auto parts. Wait, have we talked about that? Oh, we have. Steel and aluminum. I think we've covered that before. Pharmaceutical, semiconductor, aircraft, bing, bing, bang, right? Ding, ding, dang. Kenya's president's also traveling after there's a ceasefire and peace over in the DRC and Rwanda. I think it was Rwanda. So Trump looks like he's halfway to a global peace deal. And this is probably the most important chart right now. It's actually from Mike Wilson over the Morgan Stanley. What does he show us? This is the earnings revision breadth. So into liquidation day, what happened? Earnings revisions were lowered by what? Negative 25%. How much did the market go down? Oh my goodness, almost exactly what happened here. And then what happened? V recovery. Just do it. Boop. Yes. So we haven't recovered to being good enough, but this appears like where we are trending. And again, it's not like I'm Nostradamus, but at a certain point, like if we're like Jerome Powell, we're always going to be late if we're looking at the data. If we're trying to predict, hey, we can be right, we can be wrong. I don't like to predict anymore. That hurts my feelings, and I'm often wrong. So what do I do instead? I react. I like winning. I like the easy part of the trade, which is what? When we stop going down and we start going up. And as long as this angle of ascent continues, this is excellent. Let me summarize it for you now. So what we know is that if we go here to our notes, it says that we're 4 out of 4 on the daily, weekly, monthly, and annual. Higher lows are sufficient for now. Okay, so on the weekly chart, which is the only one that didn't open today, remember, today is Tuesday. So this one here, it can dive down to where? A higher low. It could go down all the way to 59189. No damage on the chart. Okay. What would happen? The daily chart would give us a lower low. We would go to 2 out of 4 bear. If it happens again, we would go to 4 out of 4 bear. And then the weekly is in question. So is the monthly. But to make it simpler, the monthly just opened. So if hindsight, we want to form a staircase of support, what would be very beneficial is to go actually down a little bit more, like that quarterly candle suggests this week, because it would also print the weekly lower low. We can also stay above the beach ball. There's nothing wrong with that. We can continue to go mega big up, gang. It's just that I would prefer for us to actually form a true test. But we kind of got it with Japan today. These were the headlines right here. So not thinking about moving the 9th date. We're maybe not going to prioritize India. We're going to prioritize India. Sorry, Japan. We're going to prioritize India and looking for a big deal. So remember, there's a lot going on right now. That's the technical reaction, which is more important for this channel because there's a picture of a chart in the thumbnail. If you look forward to where we are now, oh boy, right? There's a lot going on. Does any of the stuff matter? Did Jerome Powell even really move the needle today? Not really. So if bad news can't make us go down, what could good news do? Mega big up. So we got a quad meeting this week. We got Independence Day. We got the market closed. It's closing early on Wednesday as well. So I'm going to leave it there. There's a lot happening right now. In terms of these ideas, here they are right now. So these are basically the ideas for my system, the elgo.com. If you want to find out more, click on the top link in the description to enter our wait list. Anyways, here they are. Pause the video if you need to. If it says buy, I've ordered it. So I ordered donut. All the levels are right here. It's currently up by 19, still providing a risk reward of 7.3. I've ordered UNH for a swing algo, which is good for 3 months. I bought VFC for that same time frame, which is good for 3 months. These are all getting purchased on Friday. So again, subscribe to the channel if you want to come back and see more, or come hang out with me live tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Thanks so much.